If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button right now and give the video a like as well. That way you won't forget to do it later in the video. Anyway, without further ado, enjoy the video. What's up everybody, this is Chris here from D&CGaming Legion, coming at you with another Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 character guide. This time we're going to be covering the DLC character Frost. I was going to do Imperfect Cell next, but because the DLC for this game came out, I figured let me do Frost because everybody has been shitting on him and saying he's a bad character. Wrong! Well, I'm here to prove to you that he is not a bad character in the slightest, and he's actually a very good character. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So let's start off with his combos. That's the thing about Frost, he's more of a combo character than he is a super attack character. You'll mostly be doing combos and then ultimate attacks if anything. But anyway, so his XXXXX combo, which you hit at the X button, I believe a total of 9 times, is pretty cool. It starts off similar to kind of like how Frieza's combos start off, where like he kicks you and punches you, but the ending of it is pretty cool. One thing to note about this combo is that it knocks the opponent down on the ground right directly below you, which we'll talk about that a little later in the video, why that combo is pretty good. So let's move on to the next one. His next combo is his XYY combo. Now just like with some other characters, you can hit the X button like 2 or 3 more times, then hit the Y button to extend this a little longer. It's a very basic combo that knocks the opponent back. It's nothing too special, but obviously you could follow it up with, you know, certain attacks afterwards, obviously. So that's really all this combo has to it, so let's move on to the next one. Oh yeah, before I forget to mention, I'm playing on the Xbox, so when I say X, for you PlayStation users, I'm referring to square. When I say Y, I'm referring to the triangle button for all you PlayStation users out there. I also forgot to say one other thing about Frost, that he's actually a very quick character, so no matter whether you hit the X button or Y button when you go for a combo, he's fairly quick, so you shouldn't have too much difficulty, like, you know, getting the priority and hitting your opponent as opposed to them hitting you. But anyway, this right here is his XXXXXYYY combo. You have to hit the X button a total of 5 times, and then you hit the Y button 3 times. And just like the last one, it knocks the opponent back with a kick. It's, again, you can follow it up with certain attacks afterwards. So that's really all there is to this one, so let's move on to his next one. His next combo, you hit the X button a total of 6 times, then the Y button 3 times. And pretty much just like, well, all the other combos, it knocks them back. Which, that's kind of like, I guess, Frost's gimmick, is that he has a bunch of knockback combos, so you can link one of the ultimate attacks, which we'll talk about soon, into it. But anyway, that's really all there is to this one, so onwards to the next. Now we have his YYYYY combo, which is, well, self-explanatory. You just hit the Y button a bunch of times, and it's a very short combo where he pushes them back with both his hands, and it's actually a highly damaging combo. So this is actually a trick I like to do with this combo is, if their stamina's broken, you could just do this combo, snap vanish behind them, do this combo again, snap vanish behind them, and you could just keep doing it over and over and over again. It's a very simple tactic that works well and does a lot of damage at the cost of some of your own stamina bars, but that's really it. So next combo. Now we have his YXYXYXYX combo, which, self-explanatory, hit the Y button, X button, Y button, X button, so on. This is another combo he has where it knocks the opponent on the ground, which, is just something worth noting if you wanted to follow it up with, say, a certain super attack or another ultimate attack, which we'll be getting into very soon. It's also worth noting that this combo you can also activate by starting the X combo, and right up to the point where he starts like doing those kind of like kicks, which I'll slow it down on screen so you can see right here. When he starts doing those kicks, that's when you start hitting the Y button, the X button, the Y button, the X button, and so on. Well, anyway, that's that. On to the next thing. Up next, we're going to talk about stamina break combos for Frost. So obviously we have the standard do the knockback attack, which you hit the Y button and the B button together, or triangle and circle for the PlayStation. Then you hit left or right on the analog stick, and then hit the A button or the X button on PlayStation. And then you circle behind them, then you can either do the light or heavy stamina break as you see on screen. That works. I've noticed it works a lot better online, it seems. I don't know if they fixed it or anything, but it seems like it works a little better than it used to. But now let's get on to an actual combo that is specific to Frost. So all you gotta do is the basic XXXXX combo, and right when he teleports behind his opponent, that's when you can go for the stamina break. It's very relatively simple, and you could do either the light one or the heavy one. Both of these work. Now you could also get to this faster by hitting the Y button first, then hit the XXX button, and you'll get to the teleporting part of the combo much faster if you're in a hurry to break your opponent's stamina. That's really the only combo he has as far as stamina breaks goes. So, with that said, we'll move on to super attacks and ultimate attacks next. So his first super attack is, once again, maximum charge. If you've seen my other two guides, you know the drill. You just simply charge key and that's all there is to it. So, onwards to the next super attack. His next super attack is Phantom Fist. This is a counter/dodge move. If you time this move right, you'll disappear, avoid their attack when they hit you with anything, and while you disappear, you are free to move around. You can move away from them if you want to get distance, you can move close to them if you want to counterattack, behind them, you name it. As long as you time it correctly, you'll be fine. Now, I think this move also recovers stamina if you time it correctly. I can't confirm on that though, but it's a pretty good evasive move, not evasive move, super attack for countering other moves if you time it right. But the timing is very precise, so don't try relying on it. Only do it when you know you're going to be able to successfully avoid their attack. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. His next move is Chaos Shot. Now this move is very situational. See, when you just simply tap the button, he fires in multiple different directions. The damage it does is not that great, but the purpose of this firing mode is to hit people, as opposed to trying to do damage. So I guess it's if they're attacking you and you time it just right, you might be able to bait them into getting hit by it sometimes, but you can't always rely on it. Now if you hold the button down, you charge it and you focus it in like a more concentrated fire, and this does more damage, whatnot, but it has that slow startup. So using this move is rather difficult. The range on it is fairly decent, so you can hit people from far away with it and do some minor damage, and I have a clip here I'm going to show you that kind of shows that I do hit him, as you see on screen, but the damage is minor. I mean, sometimes you can do a combo and knock them down and then fire the charge shot, and you might hit them if you're lucky, depending on how fast they get up. But again, it's a very situational move, so I'd only use this when the moment presents itself. Anyway, let's move on to his next move. Oh, one more thing I forgot to quickly mention is that this move actually does pretty good stamina damage to someone who's guarding. So if they're trying to block your attack and you hit them with this will drain at least a bar of stamina when they're trying to block it. So there is that, and it does do a decent amount of chip damage to when they're blocking. So if you can set this up when they're blocking, then, you know, it's not bad for that. But again, it's very situational. Now let's move on to the next move for real this time. Up next we have Meteor Crash, or combos for dummies, as Cyriax, the YouTuber, would say. But anyway, it's a very simple move. You just hold the button down, you unleash a barrage of punches and kicks, and pretty much consume ki to do them. And if you keep holding the button down, you keep consuming ki. It's very easy to combo into. You do a lot of damage if you can use every bar of ki you have on you. And that's really all there is to say about this move. It's a very simple go-to move, and that's really all there is to say, so onwards to the next one. Now let's talk about his evasive skill really quick. This is just the standard explosive wave that a lot of characters have. This one pushes the opponent away from you, specifically upward, and it's really just for pushing them back as opposed to escaping. You do have invincibility frames when you use this evasive move, so there's that. So if you get hit by, say, a Kamehameha, like something that's a really quick ultimate attack that does a lot of damage, you can escape most of the damage by using this. But a really long ultimate attack like Emperor's Death Beam that just keeps going on and on and on non-stop, that one, you only be able to avoid so much damage unless you use the evasive skill multiple times, but that's going to burn through a lot of stamina, so there's that. But anyway, now let's focus on Frost's two ultimate attacks. Now let's move on to one of Frost's ultimate attacks, Full Power Energy Blast Volley. This is a very versatile move that's just very good overall. You could fire it at close range when your opponent's right in front of you to do some pretty good damage, or you could do a knockback attack and then fire it, and all the shots will home in on your target and do a lot more damage. And remember all those combos I mentioned earlier in the video? most of those combos you can do and then follow it up with a full power energy blast volley and do some good damage. One of the best parts about this move is that you don't have to do a stamina break to land the full volley of it. You just simply have to do a knockback, or a combo that knocks the opponent back. Even the combos that knock your opponent down on the ground, those ones will work too. You do have to note, however, if you are too close when you do those combos, like you're too close to the ground, and you do the volley, the shots might have trouble homing in on your target because you're too close, but as long as you're far away enough, they shouldn't have any problem homing in on the target. Obviously, your opponent, if they can easily use an evasive skill and get out of this, because, again, remember, if you don't have to go for a stamina break, so they're going to have stamina to escape this, but if they're using like a move like, say, Goku's evasive skill, where he does the pushback, that's not going to get them out of the move. They're still going to be taking damage. So they're going to have to use it multiple times if they want to avoid damage, which is obviously good for you because that means they're wasting stamina, which is obviously a good thing. Well, anyway, that's one of his ultimates. Let's move on to his last ultimate. Now let's move on to Frost's last ultimate attack, Secret Poison. This move. See, this is the move that I think is the reason why everyone is shitting on Frost and saying he's a bad character. This move, just like Chaos Shot, is very situational. And I think that's the real problem with Frost, is the two new moves that like make him stand out are very situational and you're not going to be using them very often. You're only going to use them when the opportunity arises. Whatnot. So that kind of is his problem. See, I think if you view him more as a combo character that is just about using combos and occasionally using one of his super attacks or ultimate attacks that's unique to him, then I think you'll find him a much more enjoyable character because his combos are pretty cool and his grab move is really cool as well. It's one of the more interesting looking grabs in the game. But anyway, let's talk about this move. So as I said, it's very situational. Now, you can obviously go for a stamina break and then land it, but the thing is you'll question why. Why should I do that? After all, the full power energy volley does much more damage. Well, to be fair, you don't have to use a stamina break to go for the full power energy volley, so there is that. Now, let me actually just talk about the move really quick. So, it's a melee move. Frost throws a punch, and then after that punch, he throws a kick. Now, the punch poisons the opponent, and the kick is just for a little damage. Thing is, this move doesn't do much damage in general, and the poison damage is very slow, and each tick doesn't do much damage to the opponent's health. Now, if you can land this early on in the fight, then it's not bad, because it'll slowly add up over time and do a decent amount of damage. And remember, the damage is also happening when you're doing a combo, so, you know, sometimes a combo that might not have killed your opponent, it might just have enough damage to kill your opponent now. However, one thing worth noting, the poison will not kill your opponent. It'll bring them to 1 HP. You will have to deliver the final blow. That's one thing you gotta bear in mind, so you can't just wait a fight out. Now, how do you land this move without going for a stamina break? Well, there is some strategy I have that sometimes works. What you can do is treat this move like a counter move. Bait your opponent into attacking you and use this move to counter. See, what you can do is, if your opponent's charging at you and they're about to attack, you can activate this move, and if you do it just right, they might keep attacking you while you're doing the animation, and by the time they realize this, you'll already throw the punch and poison them. Now, they can snap out of the punch, and they can snap out of the kick, but again, if they don't realize it right away, you'll probably hit them with the punch first, and then it'll be too late. But if they are aware, they will snap out of it to avoid it. Another thing you can try doing is, when you snap vanish behind someone, if your opponent doesn't immediately go for a back hit, you can then activate the poison and you should be able to hit them, unless they snap out of it again. This move does have decent range and decent tracking, so if you can, like, you know, if your opponent's charging a Kamehameha or something, and you activate this move, you might be able to go through the Kamehameha and hit them. So that's another strategy, but bear in mind, you're going to lose some stamina, because you're going to be tanking the hit from the Kamehameha. So there's that. I mean, There's not really much more I can really say about the move. It's very situational. You know, you only use it when the opportunity arises, so sometimes you're just not going to bother using it at all. But I mean, that's really Frost. He's more of a combo character than he is a super attack / ultimate attack character. So, that's just the way you gotta play him. He's still a good character. Don't let those two moves ruin him for you. I think he is very fun and enjoyable to play. Well, anyway, if you see my other 2 character guides, you'll know we've reached the point in the video where now I'm going to cut to an actual live fight between me and my friend Dan. I'm going to play as Frost, and everything I just said I'm going to put to the test and try and prove it to you. So anyway, I'll see you guys then.
Alright, and here we are again, people. Once again, I got my good friend Dan here to help me.
Hi, everybody.
And, well, I'm going to prove to all of you that Frost is a good character. In fact, we're going to do 3 rounds, and it's not going to be best of 3. We're just going to play 3 rounds regardless of what happens. And I'm going to make a bet. I am determined to prove to all of you that Frost is a good character. So I'm going to bet that I'm going to win all 3 of these rounds. If I don't, if I only win 2, if I lose any of them, doesn't matter which order, doesn't matter the order or which one, what happens. If I lose just 1 round, Dan has to humiliate me in some way, shape, or form, which we'll figure that out later when we cross that bridge.
All right, then. That sounds like a fun bet.
Yeah, so let's stay frosty.
I got it. Shut up, Nappa.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll fight there. I have some ideas for music I plan to play in the background. Oh boy. Now, this first round I'm going to try a trick. It might cost me, but we'll see. Ooh. Okay. Err. Ha! Just like I said in the video, do that combo. It's a good way to get the volley in. So far it's looking good for the frosting. I'll freeze that hair into an icicle.
Cool.
Ugh!
Whoa. That's pretty impressive.
It was pretty cool.
Holy shit. I did not think Frost could be this good.
Freeze well.
How the hell are those homing in so well?
Honestly, I wasn't expecting that to... Sometimes it's too far, but
Ah, damn it, I thought that might have worked.
Nope. Alright, I didn't get to pull off what I was going to try doing, but I'll take round 1. That's chalk 1 up for Frost. I got something special to put on screen right here.
Frosty!
It's all coming together in my head. I was gonna make a joke, but your character wasn't in the right outfit. Maybe I can make it next round.
We shall see.
Uh-oh. Looks like I broke the ice with that one. Alright. Gotta stay cool. That's right, waste that stamina, just like what I want you to do. Alright, alright. Oh, jeez.
That was bullshit.
Oh, wasn't? I dodged that. Could chuck another one up for Frosty.
Frosty!
And now it all comes down to this final round. It's time to give you the cold shoulder.
Your pun is bad, then you should feel bad. That was my attempt at doing Zoidberg from Futurama. It was terrible. My impersonation is bad, and I should feel bad.
Well, I mean, my puns are bad because I have a cold heart.
You're not Mr. Freeze, no matter how much you want to be.
Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Watch me blow it this round. Oh, no. None of that. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Oh, he didn't fall for the bait. Oh, shit. Oh. No!
Yes! Whoo! I can take pride in the fact that I at least get to humiliate you in the following way. Cut to it right now.
Here we are, people. I lost fair and square, and this is
All
my
right.
punishment.
So here's the punishment. Chris has to... Well, first of all, he's almost naked with Chaozu's wig on, because I thought it'd be silly. And he's going to do, in front of the entire crowd, the justice pose while I laugh at him. Whenever you're ready. Sorry, I wanted to do that, but go ahead.
I'm not like,
And now he has to dance. The savior has come, people. Because I won that last round, and it was not an easy victory, but it was worth it. So that's that. That's the Frost Guide, everybody, and the Frost Challenge. Thanks for watching.
As I said earlier in the video, don't forget to give the video a like and hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for more character guides and more stupid, silly stuff like this in the future. Until
And we-
next time.
See you next time, guys.